guys, welcome to the third episode of Sub Trending. Today on the show we have Taylor, Emily, and Andrew.
Hello.
And so last week we didn't have an episode up, and that was because Andrew and I, and Tony also, were actually at Wizard World in St. Louis. And so we wanted to do a quick thank you again to anybody who let us take your photos at the con, all the people who had booths there. It was a really awesome experience, and you guys...
Thank you for letting me chase you down if you were a cosplayer.
Yes.
I just chased after you yelling your character's name. Like, at one point, I literally ran up somebody that was just like, Count Drogo! And they were cool with it. Like, I was just chasing after people and yelling. Yeah, I know, right?
You've just described every dream Emily's ever had.
I know.
Just Count Drogo!
Why?
But yeah, thank you for letting me chase you and harass you. In a strictly photographer sense.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, there were some, and then also just letting us post the internet online and everything.
Yeah.
We've gotten so much great feedback on that. So guys looked great.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna jump right into it today. The first thing that we're gonna talk about, we're gonna start off with some light news. Netflix is raising their price. And
that's not light. That's serious business.
That's true.
But you know what? Netflix knows that no one will get rid of them for it. Like, no one will. No one will. It's $2.
Well, like, and the thing is like, it's not even, like, a raise for everyone. It's all the people who got grandfathered into the old price is now up to where everybody else is paying. So, like, I've had Netflix since I was a senior in high school, and I've been paying that $7.99 price point for forever, and even if I log onto my account information, it says guaranteed until May 2016.
Oh.
So, like, I've known about this for forever, and everybody has if you actually just pay attention to your account. And so, like, this isn't a surprise.
But to me, it makes total sense because Netflix is churning out, like,
the original content that they're doing there.
so many awesome shows, yes.
But
and
now
it's
movies, too.
Yeah, and I, like, gladly will pay the extra $2.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way I can watch Daredevil and Kimmy Schmidt, which are two very different shows, but I'm okay with it.
Oh my gosh, and BoJack Horseman,
Yeah.
Master of None, like they have so many good
Yeah.
original series, like I have no qualms
Let alone
paying it.
Orange is the New Black, which almost the entire, like, nation watches and loves, except for children. Because they should not watch that.
No.
No. That's like, that just reminds me, like my little sister, she's not even little, she just turned 18, but like she's like really little to me, and when she was 16, she was like, I just watched all of Orange is the New Black, and I was like,
Well, and then like,
no!
Hey, and I hadn't watched it, and so we sat down and watched the first few episodes, we're like, no.
Yeah.
This is not a good idea.
And like,
but like she was 16, like, what?
and I
we
get
don't
it,
live there.
because yeah, I mean, you know that at 16, but I was just like, I still won't let them watch Game of Thrones. Like, I tease it to them. I'm like, it's the best show ever. And
I feel
really
like you need to be 18 to watch
Yeah,
Game
I feel
of
like now that
Thrones.
Erica's 18 for her like birthday, we should get her the first season of Game of Thrones.
There we go.
There you go.
So, Erica, retro earmuffs on that.
Don't even watch
hear
this
about
episode.
She probably won't.
She never will. But yeah, so I kind of have a question out of this, because Andrew and I ended up talking about this in the car, and I think it's kind of a good question. At what price point would you drop Netflix?
Oh, that is a good question.
Because I went up higher than I thought I would.
Yeah,
Well,
you went up higher than I would have.
The thing is, I feel like, Netflix replaces basic cable for me. Like, I don't have basic cable because I have Netflix, Amazon, HBO, Hulu. Like, I'm set. I feel like Netflix could charge me like $40 a month and I would be fine with it.
Wow.
That's even higher than I said. I said 20.
And Thomas's eyes went up too. Like, he's looking at the camera and he's like, whoa!
See, I thought I was high with 20. I said I would pay 20 because of the same reasoning. I have Hulu, I have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime, which gives me the Amazon Instant Video. And I felt like 20 is like what I would pay for Netflix.
Yeah.
I do 15.
You do 15?
But I really don't watch any Netflix original shows very much, and I really only watch like 2 or 3 genres on Netflix. Honestly, I should probably just pony up for Shudder, but...
Yeah, I would say 15 to 17.
15, yeah.
Yeah. So
I was like way out of the...
Yeah, you were like, I will pay... you essentially just like cut off a finger.
I will give my firstborn.
I just continuously watch The Office, like, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably on my 10th watch through of it right now, and I'm at the end, and I'll start again. I don't even care. But I will. So I will pay that for The Office.
I'm just gonna get you,
I
like,
do that with some shows.
The Office just, like, IV'd into your veins. Just, like,
That's exactly what... I will never stop watching The Office.
I just don't really watch all
Ever.
that much TV or movies.
Yeah.
Should you Google Glass and you just, like, constantly have it on your eye?
Just cry all
Like
day.
the Garris lens, but instead of using it for, sniper rifle
Calibration.
accuracy.
Useful, you know.
I actually, like, have Pavlov dogged myself with The Office because my freshman year of college I would always eat lunch and watch The Office at the same time. Like, all the time. So now, like, anytime I'm eating, I'm like, I want to watch The Office. Anytime I'm watching The Office, I'm like, I need to eat. Like, still today.
What a vicious circle that is,
Yeah.
though.
It is, because I just will keep watching and keep eating it. It's bad. Anyway, sorry, that's a totally different view
We're not
my
here to
psyche.
talk about your personal
Your
problems.
deep psychological issues with food in the office.
Another piece of Netflix news.
Yes.
And 3 out of 4 of us have seen the show. 2 out of the 3 have not finished it. Death Note. Netflix is picking it up because originally they were talking about making a live action movie. And that was kind of stuck in production hell or development hell.
The company that was doing it just dropped it. They're like,
is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
And like everybody scrambled for it, I guess.
Okay.
And Netflix got it.
Netflix swooped it up.
And it's still gonna be live action, I believe.
Yeah, it's still gonna be live action. I actually don't know if it's gonna be movie or episodic.
I think it's gonna be a movie.
It's a movie still?
I think that's what I read.
Okay.
I think they're just picking it up right where it was.
You know what's funny though is like when I was thinking about it, I was like, if they did it episodically, that would probably be much better.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, because it's based off a TV show.
Yeah, but then it's just going to be
the same
thing, but with real people.
With humans instead of
drawings.
Did you say humans?
I did say humans.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. I love Death Note. I haven't finished it. I know.
I got to a point, and anyone who's seen to that point will probably know the point I'm talking about.
I know the point you're talking about. I haven't gotten
And then I kind of dropped off after that, but I really liked it a lot up until that point. It's actually funny. It's one of those shows that I avoided watching for the longest time because the fans on the internet are just so obnoxious. I'm sorry. Not all of you. I'm sure there's some of you who are great. They're just
You're like trumping it right now. I'm sure some of you
know.
are alright, but they're not sending their best fans.
there's a certain contingent of Death Note fans who are just...
It's a very vocal minority. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the longest time I was just like, if the fans are like this, the show must be terrible.
That's how I was with Parks and Rec.
That's how I was with Doctor Who.
Yeah, and Doctor Who.
So I mean,
I'm
I
still
feel
like
we all
that with
have
Doctor Who.
that.
Sorry.
So.
Yeah, no, I thought Ron Swanson was the most annoying thing in the world, and I was like, why does everybody like him so much? And then I started watching, I was like, I get it.
To be fair, Ron Swanson was amazing, like seasons 1 through 4, and then he was a caricature, but that's for another time.
Yeah. But yeah, talking about Death Note, it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think so. I'm in complete agreement with you, Taylor, on the overall like.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how they're gonna cast it. Like, because I know there's always casting controversy whenever an anime gets.
Yeah, like Scarlett Johansson being in Ghost in the Shell.
That's dumb.
What? Yeah.
But I'm wondering what they're gonna do for Death Note because I know there's always casting controversy anytime an anime gets a live action outside of Japan.
in the West,
In the West,
it's always whitewashed.
Mm-hmm. But it's so awkward though because you know the thing is like and like I remember reading this is that they say that they cast that like a lot of Japanese people like in their anime that they draw and the stuff that they cast they like using Americans. So this is a horrible like reason but like because they have different color hair is like one of the things because you can't really have blondes and you know like the light blondes and stuff like that.
Unless you want to fry your hair off.
Yeah. But says the beautician.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you know, but so like, and I've heard that before, you know, because you have like the different features and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, it's based in Japan. The settings, obviously, it's in Japan. Like that show is in Japan.
I mean, aside from I think all the characters are Japanese.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an awkward zone. Casting is always awkward with those.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with it. I'm interested to keep up with it and see where it goes. And if Netflix even goes through with it.
Yeah.
Because there's always a possibility they can be like, this isn't worth it anymore.
I'm wondering how they're going to do the Shinigami though, because I know there's like the actual Japanese live action movie that just looks bad.
They look pretty horrible.
I haven't seen it, but that's what I've heard.
I've seen stills from
it looks bad.
They look pretty bad.
They look pretty bad.
So.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it.
We'll see.
It's something to keep up with, definitely, especially as a fan of Death Note.
I wonder if it'll, just get to that point, if that'll be where the movie ends, or if it's gonna do something else.
I hope so. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So kind of moving on for that, but you know what? I wanted to touch on that, and I'm glad we did because I feel like the last few weeks all we've been talking about is DC or comics and stuff like that.
Yes.
So you know what? Throwing a little bit of love out there to anime people, manga people.
I actually like anime and manga better than
just in general, which is
yeah.
I'm the group weeaboo, me and Tony.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, for
definitely,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
So
Tony's Korean barbecue playlist.
Yes, exactly. So I wanted to throw a little bit love to something other than comic books because I could talk about comic books all day.
Yeah.
But okay, so moving on to gaming. We have some pretty big news. It's not big news, but we have news about Final Fantasy VII. That game is probably my all-time favorite game of all time. I'm just gonna repeat
just
the whole
whole Final Fantasy series.
No,
just 7.
No,
just
not
7.
the Final Fantasy series at all.
She will fight anybody who says that 13 is good.
But
okay, so like, wait a second.
They don't have anything to do with each other.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to play all in order.
Go on. I was like,
is
wait.
Every single one has its own entire story.
Okay.
None of the same characters.
It's when you get to stuff like 10 and 10-2, that's
those
where they
connect,
continue.
but
Yeah, it's very confusing.
That is very wild. Go on.
So, Final Fantasy VII, one of my all-time favorite games, they went into a little bit more detail on what they meant when they said episodic a few weeks ago, which was kind of a big news, because a lot of people were kind of mad about that. Originally it seemed, yeah, and I was too, so, I mean, because originally it sounded like what they were going to end up doing is separating the original Final Fantasy VII game into like 5-hour chunks and making it to where almost like DLC packs, you know what I mean? Like where you buy it and you play it, you buy it,
or you can like buy the season pass to get all of them when they come out.
Yeah, something like that. And so that was kind of a horrible thought. They went into a little bit more detail, and they're saying that it's going to be set up more like Final Fantasy 13, where they had 13 and 13-2, and then Lightning Returns. And they're each going to be kind of their own self-contained game, which then makes me wonder, how much are they going to charge for these things? Are they trying to get $180 off of people?
Yep. Almost guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think it's garbage. Final Fantasy VII came out on the PlayStation 1. It is not a big game. It does not deserve more than 2 episodes.
It's being completely updated, and it is a 40-plus hour game.
Don't care.
Do you think they're going to put in the stuff from like some of the little spin-off games, like Dirge of Cerberus? Do you think they're going to put any of that in?
And that's kind of what I'm thinking, is like, I wonder if they're going to make it to where, like, Crisis Core, they're going to add Crisis Core in there, Dirge of Cerberus, and...
I like how that's the one I know, because the big emo one.
The big emo one. It's Vinnie Valentine.
I think throwing Crisis Core makes sense, like, thematically, because it's the same style of game, but throwing in Dirge of Cerberus would be weird.
It would be.
Especially with how far into the future Dirge of Cerberus takes place. No, wait, is it...
It's only like a year.
Is it only a year? Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dirge of Cerberus is afterwards. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a year later.
Either way, I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily would want to see Dirge of Cerberus in there. I think Crisis Core would be awesome, though. Because Crisis Core, it was a PSP game, and Sony and handhelds do not just work. Like, despite they're good. They're always, like, pretty good, but I feel like no one buys them. Yeah, no one buys them, but they are good. And Crisis Core was one of those games that came out on PSP, and honestly, it was a great game.
Yep.
It filled in so much backstory. It was, like... It was really good.
Yeah, it was actually Final Fantasy 7.5, like, it was...
it's years
like
before.
0.5, so, like... Before.
0.5. Yeah. That makes sense.
I still think that them claiming that they can fill more than 2 full-size games with the Final Fantasy VII, even updated, is garbage. It's, like I said, it's not deep. It's not long.
I can think of more stuff that they need to cut out because it wouldn't translate. Like, the honeybee and... Like,
No. I'm excited to cross-dress. That's going to be hilarious in HD. That's going to be so funny.
Okay, I just think of, like... So... Obviously, in Final Fantasy VII,
no idea what we're talking about.
Cloud and the main character in Final Fantasy VII has to cross-dress to get into a brothel at one point to rescue his female companions who were abducted.
Typical.
It happens to everyone. And then
we've all been there.
We've all been there. And then there's another point in which he's like skinny dipping in a hot tub full of men, like buff men, and they're all like trying to like kind of.
I want to see that in HD. What are you talking about?
Stoic Cloud who's always just angry about something, but I don't know.
I just can't. It's not that big of a game.
Okay, here's my thought on like not knowing anything about this.
Outsider.
Yes.
Just about what you said.
Yeah.
If each of these episodes are like full length type of games, so where you can get a lot out of it as you would a normal game, that's fine. It would be like 3 separate games in a series. If they're just doing it like shortened versions of games, like, oh, it's just kind of like, oh, a little teaser to this, or, oh, you know, like, then that's BS, I think.
I completely agree.
I feel like at that point they're gouging you, and they're trying to get more money out of you, and not necessarily putting out a high quality
That's kind of how I felt about StarCraft 2, doing it in multiple games at first, but it kind of was like, I was kind of okay with it, because they really did add a lot between, and, just there's enough time between that it wasn't like, 1 month you're paying $60 for a game, and 3 months later $60 for the next game.
Yeah,
like
the
that
expansion
kind of thing.
pack or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like the thing that scares me though, is because like I really don't want if they're doing Final Fantasy VII, I want all of Final Fantasy VII all at once. Like I want to be able to sit down, put the 40 hours into the game, and like that's what I want.
Yeah.
And so if they
that would be harder with that. With StarCraft, it worked okay.
Because, like StarCraft has a story obviously, but it is not a story narrative driven game.
No, like Final Fantasy VII is like known for having like one of the first really powerful, crazy stories in a game. So.
I don't even play story mode in StarCraft. I just do.
Most people.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know.
Once you're fine.
But going on, because, you know, going past
you have a lot of feelings.
I do. I have so many feelings.
You and I have talked about this extensively.
Yes.
And we both have strong feelings about this because I think the whole idea of it being episodic is bull, no matter how long the episodes are.
I'm like willing. Basically, I'm so desperate for Sony to make this game that I don't care really how you do it. I just really want it, please, but make it to where I can control my whole party, okay? I don't want to control only one person. I will break your game.
I'm curious to see how the reception of 15 impacts what happened with 7.
I don't know.
Because they got a lot right.
I'm just going to get sad. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about Uncharted 4.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're going to talk about. 14 minutes of video, or like 16 minutes, something like that. 16 minutes. Was released.
Hold on. Update. I'm almost done with Uncharted 2. I've talked about it every video we've done, so I just wanted to give a little Uncharted update.
Awesome. We should have like a little meter at the bottom.
We should.
Can we put that? Like how far Andrew is.
Yeah, Andrew's Uncharted.
good at like animation, like.
Yeah, Andrew's Uncharted journey. Yes,
exactly.
I'm 83% done with Uncharted 2. I'm gonna finish it tonight.
Perfect.
Tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and then you start 3, and you'll be all caught up.
Yeah, Ratchet & Clank comes out on Tuesday though, so we're gonna have to take a look.
Okay, pause on that. Uncharted.
Yeah, yes. No, I know. Okay.
So anyway, Andrew and I saw it like the first day that it came out. We showed it to Taylor a few days ago. We showed it to Emily today.
Yes.
I think that we are all in complete consensus that it is beautiful.
Yes. I've never played any of the Uncharted games, but I was like, oh my god, I have to play all of them now because this game is awesome. Mm-hmm. And I'm just one of those people like where I want to play all of it.
Well, you're an Assassin's Creed fan.
Yes.
Which, I mean, thematically is very different from Uncharted, but like the movement is.
But like, I even noticed that like in the gameplay, I was like, oh, it's like Assassin's Creed. Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
You can
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Nathan Drake's no Ezio, but you know.
But.
No one will ever be Ezio.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were about to say like, oh, you like Ezio, and then you're like, no.
No, people are.
Yeah.
He's no Geralt though. But.
Yeah. My original was Vincent Valentine. So.
Ezio is like such a Guido. It's unreal.
Anyway, he really is.
Like,
that's like
help but
whenever we get Tony here and it's just the girl panel.
We'll talk about Ezio for like 20 minutes.
So, you know, do you remember G4 had the whole video game vixens, like video game beauty pageant thing that they did for a while? I think that the 4 of us, the ladies, should do that, but with the guys.
Yeah.
Make it equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity.
Anyway,
it's happening.
Uncharted.
Go back on track.
You're the one who's playing it. What do you think about it?
I tweeted about it, and like it's one of the few things I tweet because I'm up in the middle of the night and nobody's there reading them anyway. I'm really excited about the whip. The whip has been announced for a little bit, but to see it in action...
Whip rope, whatever it is.
The very Indiana Jones... Like, at first I was like, this is so Indiana Jonesy, it hurts. And then I saw it in action, I was like...
Nothing is ever in the history of the world too Indiana Jonesy, it hurts.
I meant, like... Nathan Drake is already, like, an Indiana Jones-esque character.
Most things are Indiana Jonesy enough.
Okay. Anyway, I'm excited about the whip, especially in combat and movement. It's spicing it up a lot from the looks of it. I think the character animations for when he goes swinging off and stuff and just punches somebody in the head. Like, Taylor even said...
It looks very satisfying.
Yeah, Taylor was even there was just like, whoa!
It reminds me of the Batman takedowns.
Yeah.
From the Arkham series.
Yeah.
Like, just like it's like really heavy feeling.
Yeah.
It looks extremely satisfying.
I do love, like, very satisfying combat. I will say, like, Connor in the Assassin's Creed series, it's when it started to get, like, he would, like, break people's necks, and I would be like, yes! Which is so messed up, but it felt really good.
See, when I first started playing Uncharted, like, I told Jessica, I was like, I want to see, like, Nathan Drake's kill count, because he just murders people, like, ruthlessly. Like, sneaks up behind them and breaks their necks. And yeah, I want to see his kill count, because for a pseudo, like, it's rated T, he murders a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Especially because, like, he's just like, I'm this charismatic treasure hunter who kills everyone.
Welcome to the Slaughter Dome.
Welcome to the Slaughter Dome. And this year, I got a roll. Alright, so Slaughterdome aside, we have a lot more to cover today. Rogue One. We're gonna jump into some Star Wars adventure-y stuff. Indiana Jones. There's some parallels here. It's not an unnatural transition.
No.
I mean, it works.
It works. So Rogue One. What did you guys think?
Yes. That's all I thought was
What
yes.
you said. It looks. Honestly, at first I was a little. I'm not gonna lie, I still am until they get into this one, but I'm a little skeptical about there being a new Star Wars movie every year for however long. I'm a little skeptical about that, but Rogue One looks really good so far from the trailer. And I was really excited, like, they didn't do any of the weenie little, I'm gonna give you a tiny little teaser, we're gonna see this little... No, they gave you a whole trailer. I was really surprised by that, and pleased.
None of this 10, 15 second crap.
Yeah.
No, I was really pleased by that, because I'm like, I get enough little tiny, like, 2-second trailers from Game of Thrones. I don't need them from the only other thing that I really deeply love in the nerd world. Yeah. So I think it looks really good.
I think so too.
Trailer.
I know we all had very differing opinions on the line. I'm a rebel.
Oh no, this is a rebellion. I rebel.
Yes.
I rebel.
Yes. I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was cheesy, but I think it was intended to be, so I'm okay with it.
I mean, some of my favorite movies are Ghostbusters and Indiana Jones.
I feel like,
I like it.
I feel like
it's
one of those lines that, like, when they highlight it like that in the trailer, it seems especially cheesy, but when it's an actual dialogue, it might seem a little bit more normal. If that makes sense?
No, I know what you mean, because there's been a lot of those, and again, Game of Thrones, there's been a lot of those in the Game of Thrones.
Oh, there always is. Like, I will break the wheel.
That was exactly what I was thinking. Where, like,
break the wheel.
In the trailer, it seemed, like, so... like cringy, and then in the actual show it was a lot better.
Yeah.
Just because the context was there.
Definitely. I think it's gonna be one of those situations.
Yeah, it's like a it's.
I mean, it's not as painful as the break of the wheel speech, because that was real bad.
That was real bad.
It's a hype line.
It's a hype line.
That's what it is.
Is that like a term?
Now it is.
Hype line.
Hype line.
Listen, we're not some trendy anymore. We're hype line.
Another female lead.
YouTube was mad.
YouTube was very
Internet was mad.
The first thing I said when I saw that trailer, I was like, well, people are going to be upset. And they can get over it.
Boo.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, if she's a good character, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I really do not care about the gender of these characters.
But women don't make up half of the population.
I'm more upset that there's...
slightly over half, actually.
Where's the aliens in Rogue One? Like, where's the Rogue One squad? Where are the aliens?
I'm sure we'll see aliens.
Well, I haven't seen one in the squad yet.
The marine speciesist?
Yeah. I think it's just called racist.
No, they're different species.
It'd
be species.
You're right.
Bothans can't.
We're opening a can of worms right now.
Can they?
I think we might need to backpedal. We're opening so many cans of worms. Anyway, I think that all of our feelings are, if you are going to boycott Rogue One, and if you boycott The Force Awakens, and if you boycott Mad Max, all of these things that, like, there's a girl and she has a lead role, and you boycott that.
Whatever.
That's your prerogative. I think you're missing out on some gems of pop culture, and that's really sad. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Mad Max was arguably one of the best movies of last year.
It's getting old, all these people. Like, the second that a female's announced that she has an important role, you know. For lots of reasons.
I just don't know why it's not enjoyable for people. Like, it's so enjoyable for me to watch, like, male leads in roles.
Yeah.
Like, why do I care?
Definitely.
You know, it's about the content.
Yeah.
Speaking of ladies, though, in Rogue One, on a lighter note, how spot on did whoever they got playing Mon Mothma look?
Yeah.
Exactly like her. It was
like,
weird.
I forgot for a minute that it had to be someone else.
I thought it was like maybe CGI.
Yeah,
like I was like,
exactly like Mon Mothma in the original trilogy.
She does. Every time I hear Mon Mothma,
do you think Mothra?
I think Mothra, and I just imagine this giant moth creature comes like coming out of her back, like splitting her body open, just like and like flies away.
That's disgusting.
That's the movie.
Okay.
Emily, like, I like how you turned your back to him. You were like, Andrew, like,
that was a very stupid comment.
That was your opinion is horrible.
I'm not gonna lie with that, or I'm not gonna argue with that.
Thomas and I immediately talked about what heavy implications Rogue One may have, as in potential of Rey's parentage.
Yeah.
I've read stuff on that.
So let's talk about that.
I hope not. That's my opinion on it. I don't want Rey to be related to anybody.
I don't either.
I don't either. And like when everybody was like, when Force Awakens first came out, they were like, she's Luke's daughter.
It she's Luke's daughter, and then she's Obi-Wan's daughter. Yeah. She, you know, like...
Okay, we get that, like, in the original trilogy, that 2 of the main characters were related, or 3 of the main characters were related. Surprise,
Everyone's related.
Yeah. Just because that happened once doesn't mean it needs to happen for 30 years. Stop!
Personal opinion, I just, like, kind of hope that there's something like that because it would make it very cool to me. But that's just, like, I get why people would not want it to happen. But I personally would like for Rey's... I just feel like she's important and her parentage has a lot to do with it. Because they've made it a big deal. Like, our parents won't come back. Who are, like, they're like, it's a big deal. It is.
No, this is my favorite, like, totally off the wall, who is Rey's parents, who are Rey's parents, excuse me. My favorite one is that someone had a theory that I saw online that Rey is Luke Skywalker's clone that they, I guess, switched XY. Yeah, that from then the genetic material was from the hand that he lost in Cloud City.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's terrible.
That's almost as bad as the time traveling fetus from Game of Thrones.
No,
look up that fan theory. It's
D
hilarious.
plus D equals T. Game of Thrones fan theory. You'll wish it was true when you read it.
I mean, I just want to say what I said to you last night, Taylor, in a moment of like short white girl rage. I was like, you don't know anything. Like, you don't know any. We don't know anything.
No, we don't.
It could be that crazy theory.
It could be.
We don't know.
See,
I almost want it to be. It's so.
I'm gonna add like a little commentary right here. Emily wants the White Walkers to win in Game of Thrones.
That's gonna be an entirely different episode.
She just roots for evil and hopes all of us are wrong constantly.
Yeah. In short, my explanation to that is sometimes I feel like if something terrible is going to happen, we should just let it happen. Like X-Men Apocalypse. Like, if this guy thinks that he's a god and he wants to destroy all of humanity, who are we to stop him?
So, question, like, are you totally cool with the Reapers in Mass Effect?
Yes.
Because they were going to clean all of the... No! Emily, those aren't the point of these things. You're missing the point. It's about human redemption.
I just feel like there's just a natural evolution to some of these things.
Emily is cold. Social Darwinist.
I know, seriously, survival of the
social
fittest.
Darwinist, just Darwinist.
Just like,
to the most
get over it. Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, like, it's not like, obviously if I was a human fighting against the Reapers or the White Walkers, like, I'd probably fight for my race, but, like, realistically, like, whatever's gonna happen will happen, and that's the way of life and nature, and survival of the fittest, indeed.
Back to Rogue One. I want to touch on
Alright, Pierce.
the shadowy figure that appears when we only see their back, and clearly wearing a cloak. Darth Vader's alive at this point in the timeline. Will Vader make an appearance?
Probably. I mean, it's in that timeline.
Hayden Christensen's been rumored to be on the set.
No.
Right?
No.
No, seriously, no.
No, I like him. I do. I'm sorry.
See, now I'm mad because, like, if I turn this way and, like, shun you, I'm shunning myself. Like, this isn't fair. We need you on the end.
I'm sorry I'm so controversial.
You are. You rebel, Emily.
But, okay, so do you think it's Vader? Like, back on track, like, ignoring all of my weird theories and...
beliefs.
Yes.
Do I think Vader's gonna make an appearance?
Why wouldn't he?
I feel like there's a pretty good chance.
I think there's a pretty good chance.
Why wouldn't he?
I think there's a pretty good chance, yes. I don't know if the person in the trailer was. I think maybe that was just, like, teased.
And, like, I watched it with a coworker when it first came out, and I originally was, like, totally Vader, and then I watched it again. Frame's too small. Like, body frame is too small. He's not bulky enough.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, because, like, Vader at this point has to have, like, the suit to function.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's not the fact that, like, oh, he's just not wearing the suit. Like, the frame is just too tiny. So, like, other possibilities, Emperor, because he's still alive at this point, too.
I love Emperor Palpatine.
I know you do. So, like, there's a lot, I think there's a few things that, like, either one of them I'd be fine with. I'd like to see Vader more because he's more iconic, but Palpatine's also great.
That'd be really good.
I think that Vader probably will make an appearance. Yeah. Maybe not in the first movie, but...
Well, as far as I know, they're only doing, like, this is just a one-off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
it's just
it was
a one-off.
a trilogy.
Just a one-off.
Just a one-off.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. Uninformed me. I thought there was 3 of them.
There's going to be other spin-offs. Like, there's going to be the Han Solo one.
Yeah. Do we know who they cast yet for that?
Nope, it has not been announced.
Okay.
And then there's rumors of a Boba Fett one.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, they're all gonna be. There's gonna be spin-offs, but they're all standalones.
Potentially unpopular opinion. Boba Fett's kind of lame.
I agree.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
I know, because a lot of people really like him, and I don't get it.
I think his suit and like the bounty hunter is like bounty hunter aspect of his cool.
Yeah, like he's a cool concept.
He doesn't do anything.
Cool concepts, the execution, and the actual. He doesn't do anything.
Which I think is why he made a standalone movie.
Yeah,
like to give him a little more
cool.
Yeah.
Back to Rogue One. Thomas and I discussed another thing. I know I talk about Thomas a lot, but he has a lot of opinions on these things. He's not in the video this week. Kind of makes me sad. But she's a smuggler.
Yeah.
Jyn is a smuggler.
Mm-hmm.
Han is a smuggler.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there could be any sort of
She's Rey's mom. She's Rey's mom. They're British brunettes. She's Rey's mom.
Oh my god.
She's not, but...
Oh, okay. I thought you were like really like had an epiphany.
Yeah, I think you had like a
okay.
realization.
I thought like,
I was like, did you just now like catch on to this?
I think that it would be cool
No.
if like...
oh no.
But like, do
theory.
you think
Here's
that they like knew each other?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
probably.
What if Han and her knew each other? And it
Biblically.
is Rey.
Well, no, honestly, we thought that, and then we thought about the timeline, and we were like, that's all wrong.
Yeah.
It would have to be after Leia.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It would have to be after Leia.
I think that I think it'd be cool if she made mention of Han.
Yeah.
Because I mean Han is notorious in the galaxy of being both a good smuggler and also like a lot of people are after constantly after him because he's a smuggler. So I mean so he's gonna be known in the galaxy. I think it'd be cool if
I think they'll be mentioned. I don't know if they're actually going to cast somebody to be him. But
everybody knows what the Millennium Falcon is. Like everyone.
Yeah.
So I mean it'll probably be mentioned of that and like Chewie. I mean whether a human hangs out with a Wookiee all the time.
Very few.
I would.
Only the greats.
Yeah.
You like tall people, so...
Like
Thomas kind of is a Wookiee, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Chewbacca literally means man dog in Russian.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Sabaka is dog, and then the Russian word for man is something with the word chew in it.
Huh.
You learn something new.
That's what happens.
Okay.
That's
Have
what
you
Russian
seen
teaches
the like manga Star Wars where they made Chewbacca look really like Bishonen and like
No.
I don't know what any of that means.
pretty boy basically? It's really uncomfortable.
That's gross. Sorry.
Do we have any more topics today?
yeah, we do.
Oh, let's get into them.
Let's move on.
All right, and then moving on to our next subject in movie news, we're going to talk a little bit about Spoderman.
I can't believe you actually just did that.
I did it, and we're going to stick with it. We're not cutting.
I love it.
There's no cuts.
Spoderman. Does whatever a Spoder can.
That took it too far. Maybe we
You
should
took it too
cut.
far.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Alright, so
Okay.
Spider-Man. What are we talking
Spider-Man.
about?
We're talking about the fact that Sony just trademarked, I guess 4 is what I've heard. There's Spider-Man Homecoming. There's Spider-Man...
Suspended, right?
Bruce just farted and it smells so bad. It is so gross. This is really disgusting. I wasn't going to say anything. I was trying to not say anything, but my dog smells horrible. I'm so sorry. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's hard to talk about Spider-Man.
He's under the table. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Alright.
He's here.
Spoderman.
Spoderman.
Here.
Are we keeping that
Yeah,
in?
let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it.
I kind of want to keep it, to be honest.
Alright.
It humanizes us.
So Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Suspended. Spider-Man Greatness Awaits, and then another terrible name.
Spider-Man, like, growing up.
Yeah.
I don't remember what was it, Thomas?
Coming of age.
Coming of age.
Okay.
He's the voice of God back behind the camera.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yes. Okay.
Send me your money.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Anyway.
So 4 possible trademarks. And
Yes.
Spider-Man Homecoming, if you type it in as a
If
website,
you type
goes
it
to
in
Sony.
Spider-Man Homecoming, the movie,
Oh, the
it
movie,
takes you to Sony's website.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So it's a redirect automatically.
Yes.
Okay.
Redirect. So that's kind of weird. So people think that it's going to be Homecoming, and there are also implications with that. So Homecoming is an actual run of Spider-Man that featured Captain America and Iron Man in it. And Kevin Feige, who, as you know, is kind of the creative head of Marvel right now.
My boy Kevin.
Your boy Kev. But not Thomas's boy Kevin Lannister, who he likes because he has a funny name.
Yeah.
That was our last video. If you haven't seen that one out, check that one out. It's a gem. So that's horribly played with her. It's great. But he has said that there's probably going to be crossovers in the Spider-Man movie. So it's looking like maybe Homecoming is going to relate to the comic.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think honestly Spider-Man needs crossovers at this point to be even relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
there's only so many times
two franchises in like the last however many years.
There's only so many times a human being can see Uncle Ben die.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, you say that, but how many times have the Waynes been killed on screen?
Yeah, but the
Why do you think I don't do comic book movies?
well, like Batman's had movies since 1989. Spider-Man hasn't. Like, there's a difference there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like it needs some sort of crossover to be relevant.
And you know what? Honestly, I think would be actually the best character to bring in a Spider-Man like cameo, Ant-Man. Not only the fact that they're both bug related, like that's beside the point.
Insect humans.
That's the only reason. Insect movie.
Like
spiders are arachnids.
Okay, whatever.
Taylor, get out.
But
get out.
I think Paul Rudd and I would have a lot of fun with in the Spider-Man dynamic because they're both more comedies.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is arguably one of the funniest comic book characters. That's not crude. And Paul Rudd and Ant-Man was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think they'd be a really natural fit. Whereas Captain is always like, especially with like Winter Soldier's like a political thriller, like kind of like James Bond-ish, and Iron Man's just Iron Man.
Yeah. Just sassy.
Yeah, just sassy. And so I think that Ant-Man would be a good crossover. Also, I love the name Homecoming. That's my vote. If they pick one of those four. Because
I really am not attached to any of the names at all.
Suspended just makes me think like he got in a fight and they're sending him home for a couple of days.
Yeah.
At school.
Yeah, I mean he's in high school in the movie.
Ant-Man's gonna be mad.
Yeah. Yeah, Ant-Man just gets mad at him. He's just grounded.
Uncle Ben will be even more mad.
I can't go fight crime no more.
That's gonna be the whole thing. Is actually really going to be just him getting suspended for 3 days, and Uncle Ben's gonna sit down and have the "with great power comes great responsibility" talk. But it's just entirely about school.
Yeah. Like
nothing to do with
fighting. Nothing to do with that.
He gets killed when Spider-Man like sneaks out for the night.
Oh.
And like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's like
Spider-Man. Welcome, Marvel.
Peter Parker's day off. He like dances in the parade. And while he's dancing in the parade, he watches Uncle Ben get shot.
Oh my god!
No,
oh my god.
I like Homecoming because of the implications of Spider-Man's finally backward.
It was like funny and sad all at the same time. Just a lot going on.
Spider-Man Homecoming, like Spider-Man's fine. Like I've been a strong like pro. I mean, everyone's been pro Spider-Man coming back to the MCU, but like I've been super like petitioning for it for forever. Like I've been on the front lines with that. I've talked to so many people about it. Like so like to me like Spider-Man's finally back home where he belongs. Yes, Sony is still like controlling his solo movies, but it's under the direction of Feige, who I think is doing a really great job with the Marvel Universe. So like Homecoming to me is like it almost like tugs at the heartstrings for me as a comic book fan because like he's finally back. We get him back, and Taylor's giving me looks like you're way too into this. You're way too into this.
I don't like any of the other superheroes. I just want Spider-Man.
I mean, you're just like a superhero hater.
Hey Taylor, you know what though? Donald Glover for Spider-Man still, right?
I'd be okay with that.
That's all I want.
Well, I mean, actually, like, I think it would be cool if they do Spider-Man transitioning to Miles Morales, Peter Parker. That would be cool, and I would like them to do it.
They won't do it.
But they might not. They should.
They probably
Miles would be so cool.
Miles would be cool. But yeah, I like Homecoming as a name, at least out of those four.
Well, I mean, it's the only one that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So.
It's not like, hey, remember the fact that he's a teenager? Like.
See, but Homecoming, like, there's still that teenager.
Yeah,
Homecoming. Oh no, that's actually what it's gonna be about. It's about Spider-Man's awkward homecoming dance, where he finally gets the courage to ask Mary Jane out.
Oh.
Probably Gwen at this point.
Yeah, Gwen.
Oh, whatever.
Probably. Little Gwen.
Oh yeah, you're right. Probably would be Gwen.
Yeah.
MJ's better.
Yeah.
No.
You like Gwen more?
I don't like either of them.
Civil War.
Speaking of Civil War.
Speaking of Civil War, it's getting good reviews.
Really excited. But Batman vs. Superman also got really good reviews for like the first 2 days, and then it went straight downhill to like a blazing crash of like death and destruction.
Yeah. So,
like Nathan Drake.
Like Nathan Drake.
I don't think I've seen a Marvel movie since the Avengers, actually.
Really? You saw Guardians, didn't you?
Oh, and I mean they're different.
You mean like an Avengers?
An Avengers, like that kind of thing.
The core Avengers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Guardians of the Galaxy I liked because it was actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
It had a sense of humor. The others don't.
I'm excited for Doctor Strange.
Hell yeah.
I'm potentially tentatively excited for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I'm like tentatively excited for all of this things. I said tentatively. That's not a word. Tentatively.
But only because Doctor Strange could be not superhero-y and Doctor Strange could be more like...
Horror mystical is what they're going for, they said.
That appeals to me a lot more than capes and...
Tights.
Tights.
Underoos outside the pants.
Yep, doesn't do it for me.
I feel like anything could do it for me as long as it's done well.
Yeah.
You know?
You live a charmed life, Emily.
I know, I do.
I feel the same exact way as you, Emily. I like liking things.
For how jaded I am.
I like liking things too.
I feel like I'm the one who's just like, no.
Like, you're not wrong.
My upset with Batman vs. Superman was so weird for me because normally I really, really like things. And so now I'm kind of jaded because of it. And I'm like, I don't know about all of this.
Yeah. Well, we got a little over a month until, or a little less than a month until Civil War.
We do.
I hope that I'll be pleasantly pleased.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure for Civil War we're going to be doing the same thing we do for Batman vs. Superman.
You better believe we are.
Yeah, like we'll be doing the before reaction, like what we expect, and we'll do the right after reaction.
We'll probably actually do an actual review this time too.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit more into it, and I kind of want to do something where we do like spoiler free at the beginning, and then we're gonna go to some spoilers.
I would like to do that for sure,
because that's more fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
And then also stay tuned because next week we're doing something really awesome. This is how we're gonna close the show out. Next week we are starting our Game of Thrones Deadpool. And that sounds like a weird, horrible crossover that like should be
never
thrown.
happen.
Yes, like that should be thrown into a pit and burnt.
Like 90s
that's
Marvel
not what
comics.
this is. We are making a list of all of the characters in Game of Thrones, putting our names right on the other side, other column. There we go.
Yeah.
And we are going to go through and pick who we think is going to die, who we think is going to live, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. There's gonna be some punishments.
Yeah.
There are?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know about this.
No, it's gonna
But
be,
I'm completely game.
There's gonna be somebody who wins and somebody who loses. Whoever gets the most amount of deaths incorrectly. There's gotta be something.
We'll figure it out.
Gotta be.
There's gotta be something, and it's gotta be on camera, right?
Yeah.
Like this video if you want it to be on camera.
Oh my god. So yeah, we're gonna do Deadpool next week.
Yeah, we are. Deadpool next week. It's gonna be really fun. If you like Game of Thrones, definitely check it out.
Because we love Game of Thrones.
We do.
Like, you don't even know yet because it's through the off
10
season.
weeks of Christmas.
And then it leads like almost right into E3.
It does. And then we'll have E3. We have so much. This year is going to be so fun. I'm so happy we're doing this. I'm so happy you guys are watching this. Like this video if you like it.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah, like it if you like it. A little redundant, but you know. Check us out on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
Check out the site.
Check out the site.
Yep.
Anything that you can type into and get to us, do it.
Yep.
It's good.
Yeah. Check out some of the other videos. We got some good stuff.
We do.
The Horribly Played for this week was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
It was really good. Taylor and Thomas sat down and played The Evil Within, and it did not go well.
It went very poorly.
But it's hilarious to watch.
That's why it's called Horribly Played, though.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.
Are you gonna like stab him, or are you just you're like sniffing his butt right now? Okay.
I just stabbed him in the butt, I think.
Okay. So you've murdered more people now than like the bad guys. That we've
Oh
seen
no, oh
on
no, oh
screen.
no, oh no.
Oh man.
I guess that was the wrong thing to do.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.